Nebraska, a winner. 42-17 the final. As the Cornhuskers close out the 9th undefeated and untied season in the history of Nebraska football.
The 1-2 again. Inside corner. The Royals, 2015 World Champions.
Strike 3 call. It's over. They've done it. The Royals are World Series champions. The world champion Kansas City.
McKinnon is in at running back.
Welcome to M&M Sports Podcast number 56. Tonight we're going to dive into some Huskers. We haven't talked here for a couple weeks, Brian, and in that time, Nebraska's netted themselves 2 nice wins.
One win away from bowl eligibility. It's a great feeling to be 5-1 after 6 games. If I recall, we were talking, Eric, that we both had them at 5-1 at this point of the season, just in different ways.
Sure.
I had them losing this week at Maryland.
Right.
And you had them losing to Michigan.
Yes.
So, I mean, you actually are right on the money at this point of the season.
I'm right on the money, and I have them losing Friday at Minnesota, and I hope that's where my record quits being perfect.
Yeah. I think
it's not about me or you or our predictions. Obviously, as Husker fans, we just try to give the most honest predictions that we can, and then root against every loss that we have them, picked to lose.
Yeah, no.
Every game we have them picked to lose, we hope we're wrong.
No, exactly. Watching that game Saturday, I'm not rooting for Maryland just so I'm right. I mean, I'm
Correct.
Definitely hoping we stomp them.
Sure,
So,
but yes, as people know, to sit here and predict them to win every game, that doesn't seem very realistic.
But yeah, well, I mean, getting back to this, we're 1 game away from bowl eligibility.
We are, which here in recent times, that is something to be proud of.
It is.
I'm ready to get to the point where we're beyond that.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, you're right. 6 wins here lately has been a good season.
That's kind of the standard that once we reach that, then it's like, okay,
yep.
Now let's see what we can do.
Let's
here.
expand on that and blow that 6 wins out of the water.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I tell you what, things are lining up pretty well for them.
Yeah.
In reality, if you look at their schedule from here on out, some of the games that we were worried about, maybe we're not as worried about.
Sure.
Maybe there's a couple that go the other way.
I mean, that literally changes every week.
Sure.
UCLA,
what's
people
going
said
on
they
there?
won't win a game this year.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Yeah.
They got rid of their coach, Deshaun Foster. Rick Neuheisel's son, Jerry Neuheisel, has injected some energy along with the interim coach as well. But Neuheisel really looks like the rah-rah guy over there for sure. So the first thing that tells me is, they have some talent, which we talked about before the season.
We know the talent's there.
I said they have talent.
Yeah, we know that.
I picked them to beat Nebraska a few weeks ago. That looked like a joke.
Yeah,
like they didn't have a chance.
Impossible.
Anyway, they are back, and they've won their last 2, and they're feeling very good about themselves now.
Yeah, that game a couple weeks ago, I was not worried in the least bit. Now all of a sudden, it's like this could be a contest.
Yep, that's right.
So but that's what we want. We want games like that.
But Nebraska can't be thinking about that one yet. Obviously,
No.
Minnesota this Friday. It'll be a tough challenge. They're coming off a 27-20 win over Purdue. Currently stand at 4-2. I'll go through here. Basically, they've won the games that one would expect them to win, and they've lost the games that one would expect them to lose. To start the season, the Golden Gophers took care of business against Buffalo, 23-10. Blew out Northwestern State 66-0. Lose at California, their first road game of the year, which is always a challenge for any team. 27-14 loss at California. Come back home 2 weeks later and beat Rutgers at Minnesota 31-28. Go to Ohio State and lose 42-3. And then here this last weekend, they defeat Purdue at Minnesota 27-20. Currently stand at 4-2. Nebraska is a 5 to 5.5 point favorite on the road Friday night, Brian.
About the same as they were last week.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they were right in that neighborhood. The main thing is that you're saying Friday night.
Right.
I hate that. I want to get that off my chest now. That Friday nights are meant for high school football. I hate that the NCAA has jumped on these Friday night games. The Big Ten, whoever it is, stop it.
I think most people would agree with that, and there's nothing that any of us can do about it.
Right? Yeah. We can complain. It's not going to do any good. But
I just want to win the damn thing.
Yeah.
And then it'll be at least easier to accept playing on a Friday night. How's that?
I mean, I honestly feel good going into this game.
Right.
I have not looked ahead. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. But Saturday, we saw Emmett Johnson really make a name for himself.
He did.
We're going to need that again Friday night.
He had, sorry, interrupt you. He had that breakout game.
Yep.
The Nebraska fans have been waiting for.
Yeah.
I mean, he really kind of took the bull by the horn, so to speak. I'm going to bring up the numbers here real quick. And that, that's what some Husker fans at times I've heard them say, why don't they keep running the ball? Why do they get away from that? And I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
At times, depending on the matchup on that given day, what have you. But yes, in this day and age, it just seems that many teams, many schools enjoy throwing the ball.
They do.
More than they enjoy running the ball. And I don't give a crap what you do. They could run it 50 times. All I want to do is win the game. Yeah. And if running the ball is going to help you win the game, then run the ball.
Yeah, and you said it. It's different every week. It depends on matchups. This week, we had the better matchups. Just keep feeding him the rock. And that's what they did.
Yeah. I don't care about style points. I don't care if it's boring.
No.
I want to win.
Yeah, just win.
I just want to win.
Absolutely.
Yep. Emmett Johnson on Saturday ended up with 21 carries for 176 yards, an average of 8.4 a carry. Okay. His long was 50. So just let's take the 50 out just for the fun of it. That would knock him down to 20 carries for 126 yards, which is still pretty damn good.
Over 6 yards a carry, yeah.
Great day. Bottom line, great day. They really needed that production from him in a game where they lost the turnover battle by 3.
Yeah.
To me, obviously you don't want to make a habit of that, but in a weird way, it's a good thing because it shows that we're starting to accumulate enough talent that we have a little margin for error.
We can overcome those
little
mistakes.
margin for error.
Yes.
Yep.
And on the road
yes.
to boot. So
great point.
We overcame those mistakes.
Yep.
And again, for probably the second week in a row, this is a game we lose 2 years ago. I mean, honestly. So that's showing growth. Like you're saying, it's showing we are accumulating the talent to compete.
Yep. Now, that being said, they do that in Minnesota this Friday. Probably not going to win.
Yeah.
Like I said, you do not want to make a habit of that.
No.
But unless you have a decent amount of talent on your team, you will not be able to win any of those type of games.
No, you're right. I do want to say, Eric, at this point in the season, Emmett Johnson has surpassed the yardage total last year by Dante Dowdell, who led Nebraska.
Okay.
Not by a lot, but he has already eclipsed that mark.
It doesn't matter if it's not by a lot. We're 6 games into the season. So that's saying something.
That is saying something.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Dylan Raiola, mixed results. 20 of 29. 20 of 29, 260 yards. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Obviously, he can't make a habit of that. The thing I will say, though, is he didn't get his dauber down. He kept his head up. Yep. He kept firing. Yep. I guess in this case, it was good to have a short-term memory.
Sure.
Yep.
No, you're right.
That played in his favor. Because if you get discouraged and you get gun-shy and afraid to throw the ball, then you're really in trouble.
And we needed him.
Right.
We needed him in that last drive.
But no, he has to be smarter with his decision-making going forward for sure.
And, I watched Dylan, and I do think he will learn from this. But am I the only one that watches him? And the kid can throw a great fade route. He can throw those balls up, but to me he doesn't possess that zip. He's not gonna throw that 25-yarder that just gets there.
he has more of the touch gene than the zip gene.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just a different style, but, he's not a Brett Favre who's going to come and just, dislocate somebody's fingers because he's throwing the ball so hard.
Right.
He's got great touch, but sometimes when you can't zip that ball, those interceptions do happen.
Sure. And I'll take the good touch, but more than anything, we need him to be a smart, heady quarterback.
Yes.
We are not good enough to consistently overcome a negative 3 turnover differential.
You're right. I do want to say quick that Nebraska did sneak into the rankings this week. First time we've been ranked in October in a decade, Eric.
Hey,
that's a long time.
We'll take it. We'll take it. To me, it still doesn't matter till the end of the year. But yes, it's something to talk about, something to be happy about, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like it's more for the fans than it is the players. But just real quick, I just want to do a real quick comparison here with you, quick.
Okay.
One of the teams that fell out of the rankings this week was the Florida State Seminoles. Mm-hmm. Last year, our fans, let's say they got their panties in a bunch a little bit when Florida State hired away our defensive coordinator, Tony White. And for good reason.
Right.
He was a good recruiter, good with the kids. But I just want to throw something out quick, Eric. Currently, Florida State is, I believe they're 3-3. Their defense overall is ranked 45th in the nation. Not terrible. Nebraska's 5-1. Their defense is ranked 14th. The promotion of John Butler to the defensive coordinator just shows that sometimes when you lose a coach, the sky is not falling.
Right. Interesting you bring that up because Penn State just decided to part ways with their coach after a 3-game losing streak, and the rumors are out there.
They're swirling, aren't they?
Matt Rule, the Penn State alum, his name is getting thrown around. Bottom line is he'll either be the coach of Nebraska at the end of the year or he will not be. But right now, I don't want any distractions.
Yeah, right now he's our coach.
Yep, as far as him being the head coach of Nebraska, that's where he's at currently. I hope everybody's focus is on this game Friday.
And I think his is.
Yeah, I think his is too.
Yeah.
I would tell fans I wouldn't get worried about that stuff already.
No.
Enjoy the ride. We're 5-1. Don't get nervous or paranoid about losing your coach at this point.
No.
People are gonna talk whenever somebody gets fired. Names are gonna get thrown around
every time.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Rule is he's a consummate professional. He's gonna say all the right things, do all the right things. His goal right now is to take this team to a level we haven't been at in years. Mm-hmm. Is he leaving at the end of the year? Who knows?
Right.
He doesn't know that yet. There's going to be a lot of talks. There's going to be behind-the-door talks, contract extensions, buyouts, whatever you want to call it. The thing is, my opinion, Eric, is Penn State fired Coach Franklin because he wasn't winning championships. He was 104-45 in his tenure there. Pretty solid record, just couldn't get the big wins, okay? Right. We know all about that in Nebraska. Coach Osborne was that way for years. They couldn't get the big wins. Okay, so they fire this guy. The next guy they bring in my opinion, is going to be somebody who is proven to win championships. And as much as I love Coach Rule, he has not proven that yet. Husker fans, I think we're safe right now.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't get out over your skis. I wouldn't jump the gun, so to speak. Just let things play out.
Yeah,
they have other candidates in mind as well. I will say it is a big-time, high-profile job.
Yes, it is.
Penn State is the state college on the East Coast.
It would be hard to turn down.
Yes.
Yeah, especially being his alma mater.
A stadium that holds, what do they hold, 110 or something? Yeah. 110,000. Yeah. So, yes, it's big-time football. Penn State is East Coast football, just as Nebraska, as far as Midwest teams.
Sure. Good comparison.
Yep. We've
pretty
held
similar.
our own and then some.
Yeah, we're pretty similar organizations.
With a touch of dominance in the mid-'90s,
right?
like nobody in the Midwest has ever done before.
No, you're right. It's rumored that Coach Franklin is getting a $50 million buyout, getting fired at Penn State. A lot of money, it seems like. But in this day and age, it's not. Coach Rule, if he is hired away from Nebraska, the team that hires him will owe the University of Nebraska a $5 million buyout. Again, not a lot of money. It seems like it, but in this world right now that we live in college sports, $5 million is a drop in the bucket.
Right.
A team's not going to say yes or no over $5 million. So,
Sure.
As Eric said earlier, let's embrace the season that we're having, the potential of what it could be, and let's not worry about the things we can't control right now.
Exactly. Just let it play out. Enjoy the ride. I want to throw out 2 more names from this last game real quick. Isaiah Hunter, 5 catches, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, transfer from Cal.
Impressive.
Dane Key had a really crazy impressive catch.
Yes,
4
he
for
did.
43, 1 touchdown for him. And then lastly on defense, Javon Wright, Toby Wright's boy, has consistently led in tackles, I believe, the last 3 games, really making a name for himself.
Yep.
12 tackles, 9 unassisted. He is kind of becoming the tackle leader of that defense right now. So names to keep an eye on going forward for sure.
And those 2 receivers that you mentioned, both transfer receivers, I mean, these are, again, this is showing our progression as a university right now. These are guys that would not have come to us a few years ago to play. Mm-hmm. These are guys that we've needed, and when Dylan throws the ball their way, the odds of them catching it are pretty high.
Sure.
So, a quarterback can look so good, but a receiver can make that quarterback look really good. And Dylan's still completing 73% of his passes right now.
Yes.
So his receivers are doing the job.
Okay, we're not going to get out of here without giving some predictions.
Absolutely.
As I look at this, I see the line has vaulted to Nebraska by 9.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
Yep.
Wow!
Let me. You think about your prediction for a second while I look something up here.
Okay.
I'm wondering if. Is there an injury? Is there something going on? Possibly.
There's got to be something that's happened, but I know my prediction. I feel pretty comfortable in my prediction, but I don't know if I want to say it out loud because my predictions haven't been very good this year.
I mean, I'm going to leave that up to you.
No.
I think it's
my
more
college predictions have been better than my professional.
It's so much more fun to make one than not make one.
Is. Absolutely. I honestly think Nebraska rolls in this game.
Okay.
I'm looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of a 35-21 win.
Okay.
Friday night. I will not be shocked by that. I do not think we lose this game. I think we become bowl eligible, and when that monkey's off our back, then we set our sights on the remaining schedule, the UCLAs, the USCs. A few weeks ago, that Penn State game on our schedule looked like that was probably a guaranteed loss.
It is crazy how quickly things can change.
Now,
for sure.
Now, granted, we still have to go to Happy Valley to play that game, but it's a winnable game. Especially, Penn State not only lost their head coach, but they lost their starting quarterback.
Everything from here on out looks like a winnable game.
It does.
Penn State was the one, realistically at the beginning of the year that people thought that's going to be that's going to be a heck of a challenge, and then some.
No matter how much Kool-Aid we drank,
right?
That was a loss, right?
Now they all look winnable.
They do.
They all look at least winnable. Yep. We may not be favored to win every game, but they're all going to be
it's going to
attainable,
be close.
winnable.
Sure. Absolutely,
yep.
Absolutely.
This one, I took Minnesota before the year, so I'm just going to stand behind it.
Okay.
Friday night game at home. Advantage Minnesota for sure, but I love the fact that we have that first road game out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, since I picked it before the year, that's the only reason. Yes, hope you're right. I'm wrong, and we'll go from there. How's that sound?
And maybe we'll have enough Husker fans in Minneapolis that it'll sound like a home game again.
Well, they'll be there.
So
in droves.
Right?
Yep, and good for them.
Our fans are the greatest.
They are.
So that's our picks for the week. Let's hope that Eric's wrong and I'm right. How's that?
That works for me. Okay, NFL, Brian, one of the big games yesterday involved a 2-3 Chiefs team going against the Detroit Lions, coming to Arrowhead on a Sunday night.
Safe to say this was a must-win contest for the Chiefs.
Yep, Detroit's been the hot team, beating the Bears 52-21, winning at Baltimore 38-30, blowing out the Browns 34-10, winning at Cincinnati 37-24. So needless to say, this 4-game winning streak has been a streak of dominance.
Oh, for sure.
And what happened last night? The Chiefs did exactly what the Chiefs needed to do and what you would expect a championship caliber team to do. A team that has won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
They came out and they said,
Chiefs.
You're not going to come in here and do the same thing you've done to these last 4 teams.
Yep.
If you're going to beat us, you're definitely going to come in here and earn it, for sure. But the Chiefs played a really clean brand of football. Detroit came with what they always come with, which is a sense of physicality.
Yep.
They're a very tough team. They're not afraid to push teams around, and they kind of did that early against the Chiefs, but they didn't get them down enough to where they could get them buried, and the Chiefs hung in there, and eventually in the second half, they outscored the Lions 17-7 after going into the locker room with a 3-point lead, and they end up winning the Chiefs 30-17 in a game that, yes, they needed to avoid falling to 2-4. Instead, improved to 3-3. That division right now is anybody's race as far as Chargers, Denver, and the Chiefs, as we talked about before the year.
We all know with the Chiefs that if you give them a little daylight, they're going to take it. Mm-hmm. If you want to win a game against the Chiefs, you have to do it convincingly. Because if you give that team even just a little bit of hope, them more than anyone else can find a way, and you don't want to give them that opportunity.
Exactly. Last night, man, they had a bunch of different contributors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 guys, different dudes caught passes last night. Kelsey led with 6 for 78. Hollywood Brown 4 for 45 and 2 big touchdowns for KC. Mm-hmm. Mahomes on the night, 22 of 30 for 257, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and he had a little swag going last night.
He did.
He was up for that challenge.
Yep. It was a side of him we haven't seen a lot of this year.
Right.
And as a Chiefs fan, you're loving
that. Sure. Detroit, they were trying to light him up.
Sure they were.
And he said, "You're not. No, that's not happening tonight. That's not going to happen."
Detroit needed to force a turnover if they were going to win that game through the air, and Mahomes wasn't going to do it.
Here's one for you. Detroit, 4 penalties for 38 yards. The Chiefs, 0 penalties for 0 yards. Bottom line is there wasn't many on the night.
No, there wasn't.
Which is refreshing and great to see. I wish every game could be like that.
I agree. I'm going to tell you, though, there should never be a game where a team isn't whistled.
Isn't that something?
Honestly, I'm going to say 3 is probably the minimum a team should be called for.
That is incredible.
It is incredible.
That never happens.
I would love to see.
I
would love to see. I
never
have no
happens.
Idea, I don't know that.
No.
I don't recall
that is a rarity.
Yeah.
And, we can give the Chiefs some credit. Let's say they got by with a penalty or 2. Obviously, they still had to do a hell of a lot of things right.
Sure.
Right.
The Chiefs fans, you guys are right there. You have, honestly, you're playing as good as anybody right now. That's a huge win. You really don't have a lot to worry about. Yeah, you're going to have to win some games to improve your seeding, but if the Chiefs get in the playoffs, that's all that matters.
Right.
They'll take care of it once they get there.
I mean, and they do have, a couple of their tougher tests out of the way. That'd be the Eagles. They got that out of the way. Detroit, obviously. Baltimore, I know. To start the year, we thought that. Things haven't gone well for them. But yes, next up, your Raiders come to KC.
Raiders coming off a big win Sunday.
Right.
The Raiders aren't there yet, though.
Still a work in progress?
Yeah, as much as I would love to toot their horn right now and say they're going to come into Arrowhead and upset Kansas City, it's not. I just don't feel that happening.
Right.
Yeah.
In other action, let's go back to... We'll start. I always like to start with that Thursday's game. Sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle a little bit. Philadelphia still thinking about that first loss in forever. That previous game. They come out and they freaking lay an egg against the Giants. Coming off that 21-17 loss to Denver at home, I really think that's something that they didn't get over in that short time span. That quick turnaround played against them, but that's no excuse. As a team that's won a title, you should be able to flush that loss.
And
you get ready to play a division team in the Giants.
Yeah.
We know the Giants aren't better than them, but they were on this given night.
Tell you what, Jackson Dart has put a little something into that.
He's injected some energy into that team.
Yeah.
We talked about UCLA earlier as far as a new coach.
Yes.
That's what Jackson Dart has done as a new quarterback for the Giants.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Injected a little life, a little energy. Anyway, shame on Philadelphia and good for the Giants. It's simple as that.
Yep, I agree.
Philly drops to 4-2 just like that. 4-0 coming off a Super Bowl win. Boom, bam, lose Sunday, lose Thursday. Right back to reality, so to speak.
One more loss, they might be parting ways with their coach. Who knows?
In Philly, you just never know.
You never know.
Okay, in London, Brian, would you like to win at this one? Your Broncos with a 13-11 win over the Jets.
What an ugly. But you know what? They're playing in London.
Right.
They're uprooting everything they know. They're flying halfway across the globe to play a football game in front of... I mean, are they fans of those teams? They were that day, but are they any other time? Probably not. Bottom
line is that was Denver's third win in a row.
Yep.
28-3 over the Bengals, that big win at Philadelphia. And then this ugly win over the Jets. Right, they're right there.
A win's a win.
They're right there in the division mix. Pittsburgh quietly moves to 4-1 with a 23-9 win over the Brownies. The Colts, I believe, improved to 4-1. Let me check this real quick here. Yep, they win over Arizona 31-27. The Rams might have derailed Baltimore. They've dug themselves pretty deep hole.
Their season's done.
Injuries. I mean, something similar happened in San Francisco last year. That kind of reminds me a little bit of what's going on in Baltimore.
No, that's a good comparison. Yeah, that's a really good
happens to a team every year. It looks like it's going to be Baltimore this year. Seattle with a hard-fought win over a red-hot Jacksonville team. Jacksonville was coming in at 4-1. Seattle goes on the road and wins I believe it was their 8th road game in a row.
Wow.
NFL team that has their 8th road win in a row. That is very impressive.
You don't hear that happen every day, does it?
Right.
Wow.
Carolina knocks Dallas off 30-27. A Carolina team that's not nearly as bad as many would have predicted. They currently stand at 3-3. Those Panthers.
And how about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Pretty. I mean, I don't think anybody was outside of Dallas was expecting a whole lot to begin, but setting at 2-3, I believe, at this point
with the tie.
Yep. Yeah, with the tie. I'm not even getting into that tie, Eric. But yeah, pretty disappointing season for the Cowboys.
That's too bad. Chargers, who are playing down some guys, they're a little beat up right now. That being said, against Miami, that's really a game they need to win if they want to continue to stay in that division race. And they found a way. They kind of had to gut this one out.
Yeah.
They walked it off with a field goal, 29-27. Like I said, credit to them because they are down a couple linemen, a running back, a receiver. I mean, they've been pretty decimated. Baltimore's the only team that's taken a harder hit this year as far as injuries go.
Yeah.
But the Chargers have...
But they found a way to win.
They're 4-2. They've hung in there, even losing some dudes. Tampa Bay, I mean, they're the team that's really getting talked about right now, and rightly so. Baker Mayfield's just out there slinging it. They're playing down Mike Evans. They're playing down Godwin. They're two best receivers, and they just keep winning. They're a scary team because of that, because they are winning minus some of their biggest weapons, improving to 5-1 with a 30-19 win over the Niners.
And Baker Mayfield, this dude he's resurrected his career with the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. You know, he was essentially run out of Cleveland. I know he had stints. I can't remember. Did he go to the...
He was with the Rams briefly,
okay.
And he was with Carolina.
Okay.
Yep, as well.
And he's settled in here at Tampa Bay, and I mean, he's finally playing the brand of football that people expected him to out of college.
Now he's found a home there in Tampa.
And good for him.
I agree. Your Raiders, Brian, with the nice win. You want to talk about that at all?
You know, I the one thing I am going to say about that is that win led to the firing of Tennessee's coach today.
Been a lot of firings.
Another coach.
Been a lot of firings lately.
I mean, we're what, 6 weeks into the season?
Yeah, I mean, two college ones comes to mind. Deshaun Foster of UCLA, Coach Franklin for Penn State. Now we have an NFL firing as well.
I mean, you're 6 games into the season. I don't agree with firing somebody that early in the year, but hey.
It's kind of the trendy thing these days.
It is.
And I don't agree with it either, but that's the way it is.
I mean, to me, you got to at least let a dude get into November and see where he's at before you get rid of him. But I don't get paid to make those decisions. I wish I did.
New England improves to 4-2. Coach Mike Vrabel, we talked about him before the year.
Yes,
he did a great job with the Tennessee Titans, and I thought, I think he's going to do good with New England. I figured it would take some time, but, I mean, they're already out to a 4-2 start, so good for him, good for them.
It's a good start for them. I mean,
a game they needed to win at the Saints, but still, it's a road game against a freaking NFL team, so there's nothing automatic about it.
A win's a win.
Yep. Green Bay with a nice win at home to improve to 3-1-1. Win over Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Joe Flacco actually beat Green Bay as quarterback of the Browns just a few weeks ago. And now he was trying to knock Green Bay off for the second time with a different team. In the world of weird, you can add that to the list.
It's just mind-blowing. It really is. But, Green Bay, that's a game they needed to win.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, tonight we have a doubleheader. The Washington Commanders host the Bears, Brian, and then the Bills go to Atlanta. Bills 3.5 going to Atlanta, and Washington 5.5. A 5.5 point favorite at home against the Bears. Okay. Thoughts on those?
Yeah, I do got thoughts on those. I would with the points. I mean, I would take Buffalo and the Commanders here. I think they're both gonna. I think Buffalo's gonna go out there and just do what Buffalo does. I don't see that coming down to the wire. I think Josh Allen. They've really developed more of a running game this year.
Yeah, they're much better and more balanced team.
They are.
For sure, we talked about that.
Taking a little load off of his shoulders of having to run the ball himself so much.
Right.
And your Commanders, Eric, I still think they have not yet reached their potential.
Division back in play after this recent slide by Philly.
Absolutely.
I mean, for a while, let's just be honest, Philly, like we talked about,
they were the favorite.
10 feet tall, bulletproof, feeling invincible. Now, all of a sudden, 4-2, division back in play.
All of a sudden, you're looking at them and you're like, hey,
right?
We found we found a way here now. We don't have to think that this season that we're looking at just getting into the playoffs. Now, all of a sudden, we're looking at it as, hey, we can win this division.
Sure.
And Washington's capable of that.
Right. I agree. Thursday night, Pittsburgh heads to the Bengals. Pittsburgh, a 5.5-point favorite.
The Bengals season, I think they're going to continue to struggle here. I think I just don't see them winning that game.
On to Sunday's slate. Here's a good one. Tampa Bay. I'm sorry, that's Monday. Let's back up.
Sure.
Let's back up. We'll save that one. Okay. The Rams in Jacksonville, in London. Rams, a 3-point favorite over the Jaguars.
I mean, judging by the 3-point game they're in, I mean, it's a toss-up. You could pick either team. I have zero rooting interest in this one. I don't. Yeah. Pass.
Vegas heads to the Chiefs. Chiefs, a 12-point favorite over your Raiders.
I will say this: I do not think the Chiefs cover.
Yeah, I would side with Vegas plus the 12.
Yeah, Vegas does not win, but I don't. I think they
keep it closer than that 12.
Yeah.
Cleveland 2.5 at home over Miami.
Boy, that's another toss-up. I'll give the nod to Cleveland just because they're at home.
New England goes on the road to Tennessee as a 7-point favorite. Mike Vrabel going against his old Tennessee Titans squad.
I don't think the Patriots struggle in this game. I think they cover that point spread.
Bears 4.5 at home over the Saints.
Boy, the Saints are a bad football team. Got to go with the Bears.
Philadelphia heads on the road, goes to Minnesota. Philly, a 2.5-point favorite.
Boy, they got to do something here, don't they? I mean, you're on a 2-game skid. Mm-hmm. I look for Philly to really come out strong.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like the Eagles to bounce back, get back on track there. Carolina, like we talked about, 3-3 to the surprise of many as a 2-point favorite at the Jets, the winless New York Jets.
Boy, the Jets are right there with the Saints. They're just a bad team. So I mean, not going with the Jets, that's for sure.
Indy travels to LA to take on the Chargers, and this is a coin flip game. Give me the Chargers in this one.
I know you're high on the Chargers anyway.
I just think more than that, though. I think the Colts maybe are due to come back down to earth a little bit.
They are due. I agree with that.
That's what it is here more than me being... Because the Chargers are still beat up right now. But yeah, I think Indy comes back down to earth a little bit. That's my reasoning on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna disagree with you.
Okay, that's fine. Yep. It's more fun that way anyway. Denver 7 at home against the Giants.
I think that 7 seems like a lot right now, just based on the way the teams are playing. But at home, I'm going to take the points in Denver here.
Okay, yeah, here's an old rivalry for you. Washington heads to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Woo! Washington 2.5-point favorite.
And I'm rooting for the Commanders here for sure, and I think they do it. I don't think Dallas is not the team that they were.
The Packers head to the West Coast to take on Arizona. Packers 6.5-point favorites.
I think the Packers win this game, but if I was betting, I'd be taking Arizona in the points. I don't think the Packers cover.
Okay, and then Sunday night, Atlanta travels to San Fran to take on the Niners, and the Niners are a 3-point favorite.
Niners all day long. I think... San Francisco is just, too good of a team. San Francisco gets that win.
Then Monday night, the red-hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Detroit to take on the Lions, and the Lions are a 4.5-point favorite at home.
This is intriguing.
Give me the Lions.
This is intriguing. I mean, the Lions got to bounce back here, right?
Yeah, and I think Tampa's due to come back down to earth. That's just my quick take.
I think for the sake of this, I'm going to disagree with you again. I think Tampa Bay gets a big win on the road.
That'd be impressive.
It would be.
Playing shorthanded. Yep. I'd have to look. Maybe Mike Evans comes back. They might get some of their weapons back. I'm still going to go with Detroit, though. Okay. I'm going to stand by that one.
Yep, absolutely.
I think they're going to come out angry, pissed off and ready to take their frustrations out on Tampa Bay.
They should. Absolutely.
Right? And Houston at Seattle. Seattle 3-point favorite, also on Monday night, a doubleheader.
I think Seattle. If I was to pick a team,
but they're a road team, Brian.
Yes, I like. What are they?
Road Warriors.
Are they going for 9 in a row here on the road?
No, they're actually at home here. Sorry. I was making a joke.
Sorry.
I was just saying they're a road team, not a home team.
Okay, well, yeah. You take that into consideration, but I'm still going with the Seahawks.
Fair enough. Anyway, you have our picks on all those. Nebraska Friday night. We got baseball playoffs going right now.
Yeah.
It's a fun field. If you take the Dodgers out of the equation, it's a fun field.
It is.
Brewers, if you're not a Dodgers fan, who the hell wouldn't be rooting for the Brewers to knock the Dodgers out?
Sure.
Brewers have never won a freaking title. Haven't been there since 1982.
Oh
Trivia question for you.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a trick question. You might know this one, Brian. Who did the Brewers play and lose to in 1982 World Series?
Well, 1982, the Brewers would have been playing in the American League.
There you go. You got. Yep. You're on to it.
So who would they have been playing though? Would they have been playing the Dodgers? Is that
nope.
Is that part of the trick?
Think about a perennial National League power.
Perennial National
There's
League
the New
power.
York Yankees as far as American League, and then there is who in the National League?
The Phillies at that point.
Think about somebody that's really close to us in proximity.
Boy, the Cubs? No.
Closer.
St. Louis.
There you go.
St. Louis, the Cardinals.
The Cardinals defeated the Brewers in 1982 and won. Darryl Porter was the MVP of that World Series.
Future Royal, Darryl Porter. Okay.
That was the last appearance that the Brewers have made in a World Series.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, we're pulling for Milwaukee here, for sure.
Heck yes, we are.
I think we were both happy that that team from New York got eliminated.
I don't think that hurt anybody's feelings.
I have not heard one person complain about that. Honestly, I haven't heard anybody complain about the Cubs getting ousted either.
Me either.
Then
in the American League, Seattle has never been to a World Series ever. Wow. Toronto hasn't been to one in 32 years. So what you're looking at basically is three kind of fun new teams, and then
the Dodgers.
The old traditional power, big spender in the Dodgers. So,
and we've talked about this at length, Eric, about the disparage of the money spent in Major League Baseball. The Mets, the Dodgers, the Yankees. It's almost like they hemorrhage money. But the Yankees have not won a World Series. What?
2009.
2009. Yep, 2009. So
they're on the verge of their longest drought in the history of the New York Yankees.
So
did you know? Were you aware of that?
I was not.
The previous one was 1978 to 1996. So they're coming up on that exact
I knew they had
same
a long
scenario
stretch there because Mattingly never played in a
Right.
World
I believe, let's just assume they don't win it next year, then you're looking at 2009 through 26. So yes, it'd be right there close to that for sure.
So I complain all the time about small market teams not being able to compete due to the expenditures that they can afford to give players. Mm-hmm. But here we are looking at a Seattle team who I would not consider a big market team.
Right.
Milwaukee, they're kind of in the same boat.
Now, Toronto kind of is.
Yeah.
They just kind of get lost in the shuffle because they're in the same division as the Yankees in Boston.
Yep.
But they spin. But it's not. It's not Dodgers, Mets, New York type of spending.
So, at this point, I'm rooting for anybody but the Dodgers. How's that?
Fair enough. Fair enough for sure. Yeah, I'm going to double check myself.
Yeah,
I have this right on the Yankees.
I'm interested in that because I know it's been a long drought. And I love to be able to tell people that the Royals have won a World Series more recently than the Yankees.
Titles: New York Yankees 1978, and then did not win another one until 96.
You nailed that.
Okay, 2009, and we are currently obviously in the year of 2025. So we'll say 2 more years, they would tie that previous drought as far as the 18 years go if they were not to win one the next couple of years.
Can't feel sorry for them.
Right.
But really, it is hard to believe that.
It is.
With the amount of talent that they have year in and year out, I don't know if it comes down to coaching. I don't know if it comes down to you bring in all these guys with these big egos and they don't gel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you need that blue collar guy.
Yeah.
Or more than one.
For sure.
And they don't historically have that.
But just one World Series appearance since 2009. That was
last year.
Yeah. That is kind of incredible.
That's Yankee fans, I don't feel sorry for you. I really don't. Sorry.
Anyway, American League, it's going to be somebody new and different. And if the Brewers would happen to beat the Dodgers tonight, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. They both play. Actually, Toronto is playing right now. They were tied 3-3 with Seattle last I saw. Seattle won last night to jump out to a 1-zip lead, and then Game 1 of the Brewers and Dodgers is tonight.
Ideally, I would love to see Seattle and the Brewers in the World Series.
Fair enough.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Yep. If you don't have a rooting interest, that'd be something new and fun and different.
Overall, especially after you telling me some of this, I'm a Brewers fan the rest of the way out. Go Milwaukee.
Yeah, that would be a nice different.
Yep.
Fun. Anyway, see what Friday brings as far as the Huskers go.
Go Big Red.
It'd be nice to get that one, get to that 6-win mark, and then just shoot for the stars after that. Go for broke. Go for broke.
We'll be back next week, hopefully with a lot of good stuff to talk about. Otherwise, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank you guys for listening. Keep listening to us and share us. Tell your friends to listen, and we look forward to being back here 7 days from now.
Yep, thank you.